21 and I'm feeling better slowly. One of the things that helped is that the weather is back to human temperatures, and yeah, it's between 17 and 24 on a daily basis, which means that at night I am no cold, which sucks a little, but at least I can always just add more layers. It's easier than having to remove my own skin when I'm too hot. So what happened was, as you can probably say if you saw my last video, my last vlog, it was bad. Thursday and Friday were just really bad day. I spent a lot of time hallucinating, not sleeping, and just having no energy whatsoever. That was bad. So yeah, I did manage to get a little better by time, but that means that Mermay crashed. It was the first thing to go, and that was the choice that I made. So I am now, which part of the day? I am now exactly 10 days late on Mermay, and every day I'm like, today is the day I'm gonna make like 5 of them to catch up, and I still don't do it, and I still don't do at least one to you know, not be even more late. So it's not going well. It's not great. Oh, I forgot to mark the vlog last time. Anyway, on the next day I did go to the tattoo convention. Luckily or unluckily for me, there was no one that was available right then to make my tattoo, which was probably a good thing because I was hot, so the veins didn't show well. I was exhausted and I was in a crowded room. It was not the best atmosphere to deal with what would probably be the worst pain in my life. So yeah, I didn't get it on that day. I did get the contact info for the two artists from the conventions that I actually like the work of. All of them were like black lines and outlines and stuff like that, and it's just vaguely colored in between, but none of them were actually focused on colors except two. One who made galaxy kind of themed stuff, and the other who made watercolor like flowers, which were beautiful. And the one that I really liked, the one who made galaxy stuff, she made like thunderstorm, storm bolts shapes all over the body. She made them in black, but I think she would have been very comfortable making my veins outline in gold. So I was super excited about it, but she lives in Lille, which is about 6 hours away. She wants me to come and spend the day doing it, like calmly sitting down, talking about it, marking the outline with a marker, and then doing it slowly, like with different taints, which sounds awesome, but it also sounds way out of my budget because paying a tattoo artist for a whole day is difficult. Going there is not cheap. It's either I spend 6 hours in the car to there and from there, and their gas, their, you know, taxes and all. It's a lot of money to add to a full day tattoo. I don't think I have the budget, which just sucks because I would love to. I contacted her anyway because if she came to Paris, which is like halfway through between her and me, it's like only a 3 hours ride, which only costs like $6 or $7 for me in a car sharing. It's totally more doable, and I'm totally ready to just stay in the car 6 hours, especially if I'm not the right driving, before and after the tattoo. I have no problem for that. So I can totally do it if it's Paris. I have no problem doing that. I know Paris enough. I can navigate it. I know how to to move into the town, I can do Paris, so I contacted her to see if she was willing to accept, to even think about coming to Paris to do it. I think she says she moves a lot to do tattoos, so I think if she moves a lot, she probably goes to the capital pretty often. So I contacted her. Hopefully she has a day in Paris where she occupies someone else's studio and she would be willing to do that with me, because I still like a vibe with her, and I think I would like her to make my tattoo. The second one lives in a city about an hour off of mine, which is way more doable. You can actually just drive there and back, it's no problem. I contacted her too. She hasn't answered. Neither of them has answered yet, so it's pretty frustrating, but it's okay. And she's the one that makes the flowers, and the flowers are really beautiful, but we didn't interact much, so I don't know if she's excited about the veins or not. If she's not actually excited and enthusiastic about it, I know she's gonna do stupid work just to please me, and it's gonna be like my scales, which thankfully I did the design myself because the guy was an asshole. But I really wanted to have a tattoo artist that was actually intrigued and enthusiastic about the design. So I really hope the little one will come to Paris for me. We'll see. And if not, I will try to get the flower one to do it for me, because I don't know. At least she's still working with only colors and no black, which is interesting because most tattoo artists don't do that. So it's interesting, and I think it could be interesting. If I don't manage to get the Galaxy one, I will go with the flower one. But the flower one I would try to keep, because I thought I would stop after my wings, after my scales, and after my gold. Truth is, I already did one more there, and I still have ideas for other tattoos that I want. So yeah, I kind of want to do it. So truth is, the wings, the scale, and the gold speak about a story. It's one of my alternate lives, and the flowers, in the way that I want to do, the way that I want to paint them on my headphones, tell another story, another my alternate life that is closer to the one here. And both are very important to me, and both represent part of me that I want to honor and give a place, a room on my skin to. And I think from what the flowers she looked like on the picture, I think she would be willing to make all of my flowers. So forget-me-not, poppies, crimson rose, snowdrops, yellow tulips, magnolia, again I don't know this name, belle de nuit, and daisies. And since I'm starting to like room on my body to do that, and I don't want to do that on my legs, which will probably need some surgery at some point in my future, I think I would like to make them like shoulder and arm. I'm still not sure if it's gonna happen or not, but I still want to keep the possibility out in the open, and having an artist that I trust to make beautiful flowers, it's a good step toward that. If I really lose my mind in pain from this one, I will most likely struggle to envision myself doing one more, especially a big one, like a big sleeve, with different flowers and all. It's gonna be a long work, and my skin is still very painful. So I don't know about that, but it was still pretty fun, and I really hope they get in touch with me, because I really, really want to get this tattoo done pretty fast, because it's really important to me. I am still also waiting for the DHL transport company to contact me again, because I've been trying to order some slimes from Much Slimes for a long time now, and every time I try to enter my address they say that they don't ship there, which is very annoying because I ask the owner and they say they ship to France, so there's actually no reason for the address not to work. So they told me a week ago that they were trying to contact DHL about it, and that they hoped I would get her answer before a week, and it's been a week. So I'm probably gonna try to contact them again. It's not their fault, but it's so frustrating because it's like a craving. It's my current perfixation, and I'm like super craving it. And I'm watching her TikToks and Instagram and all that, and I see her pack orders for about everyone in the entire world, and I can see her pack mine because DHL's being a bitch. So yeah. Anyway, on that day I also shoot with my bow because I thought I was going to get the tattoo that day, and I knew that I needed to get my arm protected to shoot in arrows. So yeah, I didn't want to do it right after the tattoo, so I knew I had to do it before. I didn't have a lot of much fun. I don't know, I'm not having a lot of fun with the bow and arrow right now, so that's probably why I'm not doing it, which is weird, but whatever. That's why I didn't do it either again this week. I did some sketches for Mermay. I did like 6 of them, and I only have to paint them. I painted one and painted Melody 3 days ago, I think. I still can manage. It's very hard and it sucks because usually I'm good at those monthly challenges. On Sunday I did some cleaning and some dishes because my landlord was supposed to come on Tuesday, and I didn't want him to, see the full decadence that my apartment can get to sometimes. It was still not great when he came, but it was mostly fine. So it was, somewhere a person lives, but not somewhere a gremlin lives. So it did not look like a troll, it was better. On Monday I contacted both persons for the tattoo. I knew the convention was from Saturday to Sunday, so I knew Monday was gonna be their day off right after the convention. Makes sense. And maybe they both took a week off and that's why they're not answering. It's okay. But yeah, I did that. I started my papers for the health insurance because I went to the health department thing and they told me that my public health insurance had expired because I gained too much money last year, and so I now have to have an actual health insurance that I pay $25 a month, and I just got it, and now I pay $25 a month for a year because contracts are a year and you can do anything about it, when frankly I could just ask again to the health department in December and have it back, which sucks because in December I still have 6 months to do with the one I'm paying. I don't really have a choice right there, so it's okay. I'm gonna make it. It's no big deal, and I need one because I can't afford my meds on my own, but it's okay. I downloaded some fix because I was running really low and was getting really depressing because like I started each one of the 12 fix I had left, and all of of them sucked and I didn't want to read them. And now I'm back to the same problem with 22 of them. I don't know what to do. I did some rewards and I finished the cleanup. On Tuesday, my landlord came. I finished the health insurance papers and I did the one Mermay, I did Melody, which didn't turn out great, but at least it's done, which is kind of the point. So I'm gonna not overthink it. On Wednesday I wanted to sketch for June because I still haven't done it. I wanted to do some Mermay, I didn't. But I wrote 2,200 words, which is pretty cool. It's in a fic that I don't need right now. That has been stuck in my head for a week now, and so I knew that if I wanted to even stop daydreaming about it and maybe start writing something else, and I needed to get it out of my head. So I wrote 2,200 words about it, and I started editing my latest video that you maybe I saw with some big if you follow my channel. Anyway, I edited it in 2 days. I did it Wednesday and yesterday, and I finished it yesterday. It took hours. I'm still not comfortable with the editing program. It kept adding those flashes of scenes that I couldn't manage to remove any way I tried it, which is very frustrating. But I like the video overall. It's an AMV that I wanted to do for a while now, and I really want to make all those AMVs that I had. I know they're all super niche and they won't get a lot of views, but it's okay. I'm not exactly making them for the views. I'm making them because I think it's a neat idea and I think it looks cool. Yesterday I finished that video and posted it. I did some live vlogging. And I gardened because I wanted to go to the tarot club. I was actually excited about it because I wanted to show my elder friends my hair, which are already fading and it's annoying. But I couldn't because I went there and I saw that the charity next on my street was closed, which only happens like on Sundays and public holidays, and I realized yesterday was a fucking public holidays because of a fucking Christian holiday that I don't care about. It was very annoying, but yeah, it happens, so I knew I couldn't go to tarot, so I was very frustrated. So I gardened instead, and then a fucking wasp laid on my gloved hand and stung me, and that bitch did it on purpose with no reason because I didn't do anything to her, and it hurt like a bitch. It was so painful. I actually screamed and I yelled outside and no one came. None of my neighbors came, which was pretty mean of them. But yeah, it was not a great day yesterday. I also broke my melon bowler spoon, and I had a couple bad things happening yesterday, but just bad luck. It was very annoying. So yeah, it still hurts a little, but it's way less than it was before. And speaking of hair, it's fading really fast, which is very annoying because I really want my friends from the tarot club to see it. So it's gonna be next week, and I don't know what state it's gonna be next week because it's already fading so freaking fast. But I really, especially since I worked a lot on it, I like spent a lot of product and time and energy on it. It's really frustrating, but I really like the color combination, so I think I'm gonna redo it once it's faded enough that I don't like it anymore. I'm just gonna reapply them in this exact same way because I won't have a lot of roots by then. And today once again I wanted to finish Mermay and get back on track, and you know, feel good with myself and actually fill out for my deadlines. But that did not happen. Oh, surprise! Because my neighbor messaged me when I woke up, so around 8-9 a.m. to ask me to come for tea this evening, and it was very nice of her. And I'm really excited about going there, especially since I didn't go to Taro, and I'm kind of wanting some human interaction, would be nice. Some just nice chit chat with people that I like. And I said I would do the tart, the pie that I wanted to make, and I promised a while ago. So I couldn't spend the day doing it. I had plans to do other stuff, like Mermay, and they didn't happen because that fucking pie took me fucking forever. I also wanted to dye my pillow cover that is all stained, that it was white and it's all stained. I wanted to dye it yellow about the dye and all. So I wanted to do that today, but now that I baked, there is like this huge mess in my kitchen, so it's not exactly the best thing to dye in. So I wanted to do that, I didn't. Maybe I will after I come back from my neighbors for tea. The pie is currently in the freezer trying to set it because it's taking forever. It would have managed better if I didn't, you know, stayed in the outside to take a tea for an hour after getting up and then slowly getting back to it. The pie dough sucked. It's a recipe from Martha Stewart's and it sucked. It was very wet, so I was very curious. It kind of holds itself together until you put it in the pan. It's kind of cool with that. You actually can do something with it. But once it's baked, it's like it crumbles, so it doesn't hold at all. It's not gonna help me in my problems. Also, if there is no sugar at all in it, which means that it's probably not gonna taste very good. But between the passion fruit jam and the chocolate cream filling, it should taste sweet enough to work. We'll see about that. So yeah, once I come back, I will try to work on Mermay. And yeah, that's maybe even sketch for June if I have the energy for. We'll see about that. I still want to paint my headphones, but painting right now is a fucking war. So painting the headphones not exactly the priority. And then tomorrow I'd like to go to the thrift store, probably. It's not necessary, but the week after that there is the jewelry sale at the thrift store, which I really wanted to go to because I want some metal to melt to use to make all the jewelries that I think will be cool, and I also want to buy brooches, flowery branches, especially to recreate that brooches flower bouquet that went viral a couple years ago. I already thought was cool as fuck. I wanted to remake one, so for that I'm gonna need a lot of brooches, and the advantage of that jewelry sale at the thrift store is that they all like 50 cents or €1, max 2. So if I want a lot of them for cheap, it's really the place to be. So I'm excited. There is like one per year and there wasn't one last year. So I don't want to miss it because it's then or never. And I need to buy gas, by the way, and yeah. Also I have both Taro and Mahjong next week, which are one of the last sessions of the year, because apparently they stop for summer, which sucks. Because I'm like, I'm not 12 anymore, I don't need a summer holiday. And since they are 70, I didn't think they would need one too. Anyway, I wish I could say I have even a slight sliver of mind space to paint the bedroom upstairs, but it's just not gonna happen. Also, I think I'm not improving in painting at all. Most of them just don't turn out good. The Melody one didn't turn out good. The different shades of purple just didn't turn good. It was not great. So yeah, it's not doing great, but I'm working on it. So anyway, I'm in the process for a lot of things, but it's going slow. I want to have my gold tattoo this month. I'm probably not gonna have it. I did end up buying a monofin and not making it, which probably cost me some money and definitely saved me some frustration and time and energy. It's not great, but it's a practice thing for first. I'm still gonna, even if I go to the pool often to use it, it's still gonna take months before I'm even starting to be comfortable swimming in that. And having that for now, it's gonna be it. Once I'm more comfortable with this one and I really want and we start to add actual tails that I've made, then I will start to buy one of the waves one, the big ones. That cost a lot more money, but yeah. At first, this one's not bad. It only cost me like $60. It's fine, and at least it's well made. It's still too narrow there, which I think it's a problem of shape and not of size. Because like, apparently your feet are supposed to be straight. Mine are not. They're just like wider there, which is it's fine. It's just a foot. But apparently it's not standard shape. As usual, I never fit standards, so it's a pain in my ass. So it's painful, and I know that the more I wear it, the more it's gonna be painful. So it kind of sucks, but I don't think it's gonna be fixed by anything that I can actually do. So yeah, we'll see with that. In theory, I'm working my way through Mermay. I'm not painting the bedroom, but frankly, I'm not that delusional. I did not quit my insurance because it still didn't pay me back. I haven't crocheted or knitted in a month. I really want to finish Nemo. I still haven't. I wanted to edit 4 videos. I did 1. I will try to edit more because I actually miss it. I wanted to make ornaments. I really didn't. I wanted to do some sewing, and I really didn't. And yeah, I wrote a bit, but I didn't write what I needed to write. So I don't think that exactly counts as a victory. I also received that. I don't know if I showed you guys. It's circular moon, so they're supposed to be meant for very thick, heavy wool, which is fine, and it's, if I really want to make a hat, I have that to do it. But what I wanted to do was socks, and like thigh-high socks. And for that, I'm gonna use so what I'm gonna do is gonna try to make them work with thin yarn. We'll see if that works or not. If that doesn't work, I will try to use those little holes and replace them and fill them with actual nails. Like not huge things, but little small metal nails, and use them instead. Or just find something circular to stab nails into. And I have different sizes, of course, between my ankle and my thigh. So I'm gonna use 2 sizes of them, and I'm gonna have to learn to make the feet form and then transition from one to the other. And also have that I can use to make a sleeve, because I'm gonna need some sleeve to protect my arm from the sun so I can protect my tattoo from the sun once it's done. I bought two last week when I went to the thrift store. Oh, I went to the thrift store too this week. But still I'm gonna need more to protect my arm. So yeah, I have a lot of things that I want to do, but again, I'm struggling to just get my body back into movement and shape and back into becoming one functional being, and I'm really struggling. I'm tired. I'm getting better slowly, but I'm still tired. So I'm trying not to be too mad to myself because I'm really doing my best. Also, I started eating meat again. I went grocery shopping and I didn't know it. When I did I do that? I think I did that Saturday too. Saturday I went to a tattoo convention. I came back at like noon, so I knew I had still had time to go to the thrift store, and back from the thrift store I went to the grocery store to buy some food, and I bought some meat. Why don't I eat meat usually? It's because both corpses gross me out, and secondly, knowing that I'm eating something that has been alive and eating something that has had a mind and a life disturbs me. So I'm not that kind of vegan who, you know, judges people for eating meat because it's murder and cruelty and all that. I don't judge people. I just don't like corpses. I just don't do it myself. At least I used to. The truth is, with the gluten out of my life, it removed a lot of the things that I used to love and eat. My go-to meal was pasta, and now it's gone. So it's complicated because when I first moved in there, I used to eat a little meat sometimes. It was still not my go-to, but I ate a little bit. And removing it from my diet was doable at that time, it was okay. But now it means that between the meat and the gluten out of my life, the amount of meals that I could easily whip up in 20 minutes and eat were becoming super limited and super boring and not tasting super good, which kinda sucks. So I decided to incorporate meat into my diet again, so I can be actually excited about food again. Now I can have like a dozen different meals out of this food and actually have fun and find excitement and enjoyment to my food again, which kind was a point. It's not great because it's like gluten-free stuff, it's more expensive and it comes with a lot of other problems, but at least I'm trying to reconcile myself with food. It's been complicated. I've been struggling with food comportment for a few years now, and I'm trying not to think about it. When I eat meat, I'm trying not to think about the fact that, you know, I'm eating actual alive beings. Used to be alive beings. I'm trying not to think about it. For now it's working. I'm gonna focus on that. It's not great, but at least I'm having a little more fun. So that's why I'm eat meat again. Once I find better solutions for food that are outside of it, I may stop again, but for now I'm just really need that, or I'm gonna fall exhausted and stop eating altogether because it's just not fun anymore. So yeah, it's not great, it's not perfect, it's working. So yeah, I'm gonna focus on that, make it work. I'm eating a lot of meat right now because I snapped, so I'm compensating, but it's gonna settle a little bit. I'm going to have a lot less meat in my diet and my fridge with the time passing, but right now I just needed food. So I spent quite a lot of money, but it's okay, I made it. And we'll see how that evolves, but since I started really questioning my food habits, I stopped dairy, which sucked. And I took it back. I stopped eating sugar and it sucked bad. I took it again because it didn't do me any favor. Stopped eating gluten and it still sucks really, really bad. But yeah, now I'm at it and I just need something to enjoy at that point. So yeah, for eating meat again, and see you next week with hopefully a more stable me. We'll see.